Hello everybody, it's Jono on the Absolutely Savage YouTube channel, and we're back today with a brand new video which is all surrounding the brand new Moto G5 by Lenovo. Yes, this is the brand new handset in the Moto G range. Motorola / Lenovo have released two new G range phones this March, the Moto G5 and the Moto G5 Plus. And I thought we'd have a quick look at the G5 as I have it here right in front of me in its lovely green box. I'm not going to fret too much over the box. Let's get in, let's get the phone out, let's give it a look. So, automatically this feels more premium than the previous G range phones, which were plastic. This has a metallic finished back, feels quite nice in the hand, it's quite cold. Got a much more premium look to it. Now I can see what you're thinking. You're thinking, hang on, this looks smaller than my G4. So is it actually an upgrade to the G4? Well, let me help you out. This is a G4. This is a G4 dummy unit. This is the G5. So, whereas the handsets are very similar in size, although the G5 is slightly smaller, the main difference is in the screen size. On the G4 you do get a 5.5 inch screen, on the G5 you are only getting a 5 inch screen. It is more similar in size to the Motorola E3, which we have here, to the G4, if I'm honest. And as someone who works selling these phones on a regular basis, on a daily basis, the main issue people have had with the G4 is that it's fantastic value for money. What an amazing phone for the price, but it's a bit too big for me. For the people that buy this phone, buy this sort of range phone, they tend to think this one's a little bit too big. So what I think Motorola have done here is, as well as releasing the G5, they've also released the G5 Plus. Now, if you're looking for a 5.5 inch screen, you want to upgrade your G4 or your Moto G 3rd gen to the G5 Plus, because that is a bigger phone, it's got a bigger screen, and it's actually a spec boost. The disappointment with the G5 is if you're going from a G4 to a G5, you're not really going to get any sort of spec boost. It's the same clock processor, it's got the same quality camera, the battery is about the same, it's got the same internal memory, although there is a 32 gig model out there. Most stores will be stocking the 16 gig model with the 2 gig RAM. The only thing you're really changing is the design of your phone. You're getting a smaller phone, so if you didn't like the fact that this one was massive, maybe this is the way to go. And you're also getting the fingerprint sensor on there, which works very similar to every other fingerprint sensor you've ever seen. It's pretty nippy. You can actually you can see that the actual time between putting my finger on and the screen unlocking is going to be a little bit longer than something like a top-end iPhone or a Samsung. But actually I think the fingerprint recognition is about the same speed, because I feel the vibration as soon as I put my thumb down, but the animation for unlocking the screen seems to take longer. Overall, it's a very nice phone. One of the aggravating features, however, is Motorola have put a fingerprint sensor on there, and you'll see it on there. It's a capacitive sort of fingerprint sensor. However, they've also stuck with the on-screen keys, so I don't know whether you can see that on there. So the actual fingerprint button does absolutely nothing if the phone's turned on. It's not a home button, it's nothing. It's just a waste, it's not a waste of space because it's a fingerprint sensor, but it's a waste of space while the phone is on. Your home button and your multitasking windows are all on screen, which seems like a strange decision to me. I'm not sure why you'd make that decision. It's very, very confusing. So that's the Moto G5. There's not much more to it, really. It's got a nice design. It has got the Moto logo at the top, which I'm not a fan of. It's got a decent camera, 13 megapixel camera on the back, 5 megapixel camera forward facing, selfie camera, however you want to call it. It comes with very much basic stock Android, which is pretty decent. Let's see what version does it ship with for Android. Let's have a quick look. So it does stock. It comes with Android 7.0. You'll see that on there. Comes out the box with Android 7.0. I've not updated this at all. It's very, very much stock Android with a couple of Motorola little add-ons, like the little clock widget you've got there, that's very traditional Motorola. And the fact that the folders are all circles. I don't know whether that's a 7.0 thing or the Motorola thing, but you might be able to see it on the screen there. It's a circle folder there. The screen's pretty nice and clear. I do like it. It's very nice. But I do again, the G5 and the G4 spec-wise pretty much identical other than the size. The Moto G5 is slightly more expensive than the G4 in sort of current stores. So if you're buying yourself a G5, why not look at the G4 if you don't mind the slightly bigger size? And realistically, there you go, that's the size difference if you can see it. It's not a huge amount. Some people will have an issue with it. It's about the same width, but it is slightly taller, the G4, than the G5. If you're looking for a G4 upgrade, the G5 Plus is probably the phone to go for. I've not seen one yet. As soon as I do, I'll make a video. Nice speaking with you all again. I will see you next time. Goodbye.